All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is what the graph of y is equal to cosx looks like. So once again, we're given an empty Cartesian plane on the left-hand side here and a empty table of values on the right-hand side. So I have several x values here, and we're going to find the corresponding y values for those x values. So the first x value that I have here is negative 360. So we're going to take the cos of negative 360 to find that y value. So once again, make sure your calculator's in the right mode. Make sure you're in degree mode, which I am, so we can get out of that screen. So cos of negative 360 is going to give you a value of positive 1. So that's going to go right in the first cell, okay? And then we have the cos of 300 or negative 300, and that's going to give you a corresponding y value of 0.5. Okay, so let's do another one here. Cos of negative 270. So negative 270, and that's going to give me a value of 0. Okay, so if we keep going on with this procedure, you're going to get the following y values, which I already had set up for you. And of course, using these y values, we can now go ahead and graph these points. So let's start with the first point here, negative 360, comma 1, so that point right there. And that point is going to be right there. So use a red color here. So right there is the first point. Our next point is going to be negative 300, 0.5. So that's going to be located right here. Okay. Next point is negative 270, comma 0, which is going to be right at the x-axis, so right there. And if we keep going, we can go to negative 240, comma negative 0.5. So that's going to be right there. Okay, so I'm going to pause this podcast for a few seconds just so I can plot the rest of the points. Okay. All right, so I went ahead and plotted the rest of my table of values here, and so the last step is, of course, go ahead and connect all those points. So you're going to start over here with the negative side, and you're going to come down, okay, and then you're going to come up again, okay, and you're going to go up and down, so it almost feels like you're on a roller coaster, but of course not as fun, okay, and then you're going to come up, and there is the graph of your cosine function, and I'm going to leave it with arrows on the ends here because it is a continuous graph. It still keeps going. So I'm just showing you from negative 360 to positive 360. So there is the graph of my cosine graph. And it is a wave, okay? It is a subtle difference here between the sine graph and the cosine graph. Notice that this graph starts at a maximum, and if we go back to the sine graph, this graph didn't start at a maximum, but it did start right at the middle there. Okay, so that actually concludes my lesson on what the graph of a cosine graph looks like.